There are so many different muscle groups in the body that can be targeted in various ways. This has led to the creation and teaching of dozens, if not hundreds, of specific exercises over the years. And while there are plausible arguments for the value of these unique muscle isolating movements, they can be easily overwhelming, leading to actually less effective workouts as you're trying to jump from one new exercise to another, trying to figure out which ones are actually worth your while. The answer I've found to this is simple. Lock on to the tried and true exercises that have been around for years and are irrefutably beneficial to your strength goals. By focusing on the simplest exercises that achieve 80% of the goals you hope to achieve from your workouts, you save yourself hours of your time and a headache from endless research online to find the isolation exercises that only give you 20% return on investment, if that. There are two specific compound exercises that I have found achieve this 80% benefit of all your upper body strength goals. And these two exercises are the pull-up and the dip. If you focused only on these exercises, you could level up your upper body strength and mastery so quickly. Through sheer simplicity, your strength and muscle will rocket past all of the other athletes who are still training 3-hour workouts that include those complex and, in contrast, not very helpful isolation exercises. In this video, I'm going to lay out the benefits of these two exercises as well as share a simple method to progressively overload these exercises in order to achieve a staggering amount of upper body strength that will have you surpassing everyone else around you. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy bodyweight workouts and calisthenics content, and leave a like on this video as it goes a long way. The pull-up is the king exercise for upper body pulling strength, a compound movement that hits your back, your lats, and your biceps, not to mention the side benefits of increased core and grip strength. If you can't yet do a solid set of around 5 pull-ups, focus first on bodyweight rows, working up to high reps and high sets to build a foundation of pulling strength in your back. Once you can do several sets of around 30 rows, the pull-up will come surprisingly quickly. To make the final transition from rows to full pull-ups, a resistance band or training pull-up negatives could be just what you need. Once you can train sets of 5 to 10 standard pull-ups, my biggest recommendation would be to just spam this exercise. For an entire pulling workout, stand underneath a pull-up bar and don't leave until you've done 10 or even 20 sets of as many bodyweight pull-ups as you can to failure. This amount of volume is going to solidify your body's familiarity with this exercise. It will adapt to the amount of pressure you give it, and from simple volume alone, you can build from those sets of 5 to 10 to sets of 10 to 20. This is already an impressive level of pulling strength to achieve for anyone, and is a massive reason why I include pull-ups in my top 5 essential exercises I recommend everyone master. If you'd like to find out what the other 4 exercises are that I recommend, you can download my free guide available on the Kingdom Calisthenics Patreon page. The link to that will be at the top of this video's description. It's super fast and easy to become a free member, and you can download your copy of the guide in minutes. I highly recommend doing that right after this video. It'll be the first link in the description. Once you've reached the 10 to 20 pull-up rep range in a single set, you'll find this is where a lot of people plateau and begin to struggle to see progress. But don't give up on your pull-ups here. Everyone knows that pull-ups are the #1 exercise for your back, so don't grow discouraged and throw this exercise out the window just to adopt a less effective back exercise for the sake of feeling like you're achieving faster progress. Be patient, maintain your volume training. Progress may come more slowly from here on out, but if you stick to pull-ups and truly train to failure, your body will have no choice but to continue improving. But I won't leave you with just the be patient advice because, let's be honest, no one wants to hear that. The second step that you can begin to apply once your max pull-ups are in the 10 to 20 range is adding weight. Adding weight to your pull-ups is very simple. Whether it be adding some weight to a backpack or placing a dumbbell between your knees or investing in a weight belt. In this video, you can see the weight belt I finally invested in after training weighted pull-ups with a weighted vest and a dumbbell. All these methods are effective, but a weight belt is certainly the most convenient and also the easiest to continue to overload and track progress. Adding weight as a progressive overload technique is even easier with the second primary exercise you should focus on, which is the dip. The dip is such a power-aligned exercise, it feels like the pushing muscles were designed to perfectly fit this movement and allow our bodies to forcefully move these heavy loads. However, there is a large amount of joint movement involved in this exercise, as well as the need for shoulder stability and mobility. So before jumping into progressively overloading this exercise with added weight, build a strong foundation using just your body weight, as I suggested when discussing the pull-up. Work up to 20 to 30 repetitions in one set of the dip before even thinking about adding weight. This will allow your body to adapt and grow comfortable with this movement and ensure that your elbows, your shoulders, and your wrists are bulletproofed to the demand placed on them. Once you have 20 plus reps under your belt and want to move from endurance training to the weighted method of progressive overload, you're going to enter a strength realm all of its own. The easiest way to track your strength gains on this exercise is by using a simple 3-step progressive overload formula. Every time you hit a workout and are chasing progress, track the amount of sets that you do, track the amount of reps you do per set, and track the amount of weight you're adding to those sets. For example, say you do a workout which contained 3 sets of dips for 5 reps with 50 pounds added to your body weight. In order to achieve progressive overload in your next dip-focused workout, you only have to increase one of these 3 elements. You could keep your repetitions and your weight the same, but add one more set to your workout. Or you could keep the sets and weight the same, but try and push for 6 reps each set instead of 5. My recommendation is to keep the amount of sets the same every workout. To apply progressive overload, either try to increase your rep count or increase the added weight by 2.5 to 5 pounds. If you can increase either your reps or your weight every single workout, or even just every other workout, your strength is going to jump by leaps and bounds. And in a matter of months, with enough discipline and enough patience, you will realize that by focusing on just one primary exercise per muscle group, you'll be surpassing athletes left and right. Now, obviously, there are benefits to supplementing smaller muscle groups that get neglected by these main compound movements with maybe 1 or 2 more exercises, but they're a secondary focus, so don't get overwhelmed trying to perfectly do everything at once. Focus first on the tried and true compound exercises that give you 80% of your strength goals. For your upper body, those exercises are without a doubt the pull-up and the dip. These don't cover your core or your legs, however, which are both key muscle groups for a well-rounded athletic physique. I include simple and effective movements for those muscle groups in my free guide, The 5 Essential Calisthenics Exercises I Recommend Everyone Master. So go ahead and become a free member on my Patreon page. It takes less than 2 minutes, and you can claim your copy of the free guide and get started training these essential exercises today. The link to that is at the top of this video's description. I also have a full YouTube video out now on these 5 essential exercises, so if you're interested in watching that before downloading the guide, you can click the link to that video, which is on screen right now. Subscribe to the channel to not miss any more calisthenics content from me, leave a like on this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Until then, happy training.